So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys how I did my analysis for last week on gold, and I'm also gonna show you the analysis that I'm looking at for this week on gold. Alright, so without further ado, let's dive right in. So as you can see here, this was literally Thursday and Friday's analysis for sales. I'm gonna get into that soon, but let's start at the daily time frame. Alright, let me just get rid of everything here. So the first thing that I did last week was I identify my points of interest from the daily time frame. The first thing that I've noticed, because it was like right here at the time, somewhere here at the time, right, when I was doing my analysis, and then I noticed that okay, this is my next point of interest right here. As you can see, price is currently there. By the way, let me just turn off this, that way I have a clean chart. So as you can see, what came to my mind was that price showed rejection from this candlestick here, and then this one, and then it came back slowly and was still showing rejection. All right, so that just led me into saying anytime I get a selling opportunity on the lower time frames, I'm gonna take that, right, for the rest of the week. So that's what I did. All right, I went to the hourly, but everything all started from the new week. So from Sunday, from Asian session on Sunday, this was my point of interest right here, right? This entire two candlestick, these two blue OBs, as you can see, this is where it started. Once I got my rejection from the 50-minute time frame, as you can see here, that's what I went with. All right, and this was right in my trading hours. This was during New York session, and as you can see, nice rejection. I waited for my rejection to form, my rejection candle on the 15. There wasn't any reason, like there wasn't anything stopping me from buy on sells. Like for example, there wasn't any like fair value gap or any order blocks or anything like that that should, you know, stop me. So we did entries here. So I sent this to the VIP members in the VIP group. It was a very excellent week. We went on a 13 trade winning streak just by doing this. I said before, I started with the daily, and as long as I'm getting selling opportunities on like the 15, the 30, the 1 hour, even the 5-minute time frame, we take our trades, right? And for 13 trades straight, we hit TP4, and that was, you know, all the TPs. It was from 1 to 4, and we hit all of them. We even did buys also, you know what I'm saying? The market doesn't move in one direction, but I'm just trying to show you guys where I got my entry from. As you can see here on my MetaTrader. All right, you see this entry up here? This is on the daily, by the way. You see this entry up here? Yeah, that's where I got that. So that was my first like multiple entries. So I always leave runners after I hit TP4. I always leave runners. All right, so that's how I did that one there. All right, and it continued and continued and continued. I said before, we also got buying opportunities. This was a nice one, but Thursday right here, remember this like it was yesterday. This was the 1 hour OB. We got a rejection there, but I went to the 15-minute, and then as you can see, we wait. Yo, I literally sent this screenshot. If I could find it, I'm gonna post it somewhere here. I literally sent this screenshot in the VIP group, and I said once we get a close on the 15-minute outside of this area, we can start looking for selling opportunities. So said, so done, and we held that. And as you can see, it went straight into Friday. We also took like 2 more selling opportunities during Asian session. Was one, but the Asian session one, I think it was on the 5-minute time frame. Yes, it was on the 5-minute time frame. It was from this area here, as you can see. rejected. We took a nice sell. Funny enough, it went back up and then it continued for that day. We also did another one during New York session. It was after 8 in the morning. Wait a minute, I'm trying to see if it was, I think it was on a 15-minute. It was there in the beginning of this video, by the way. I was looking at this area as well, and then there was this area right here, right? And then for the 15-minute, I went to the 5-minute, and then I waited for price to show rejection. But I only waited after 8. So luckily enough, this candlestick closed like 8:05, so that's after 8, right? So that's why we took the sell. And as you can see, it went very, very well. So I also share these in the free signals group. So if you want to join that, feel free to. Alright, it is free. The link to that is in the description. Alright. So that was just the recap of this week. And as you can see, these are the trades that I left running. So each time I see a nice opportunity on the higher time frames, that's when I leave them running. So each hit TP4, some of them are just closed fully, you know, and then yeah, I waited for price to come to my higher time frame point of interest here on the daily. Well, it hasn't reached there yet, but as you get it, the gist, waited for price to come at least close enough. So for this week, all right, I literally, well, this doesn't have to happen this week, all right, but we could continue breaking through this one, going to this one here. But what I would love to wait for, I am going to be trading on the lower time frames in the meantime though. But if I get let me show you guys, if I get a penetration to this area and then I get a bullish close on the daily outside of this area, then I might drop to like the 1 hour time frame, and then I, you know, make sure that there is a closure on the next day. So let's see, so let's say this is Monday, right? And Monday went further in, Monday went inside, right? And then let's say Tuesday we get a close outside, right? What I would love to see is during New York session and the 1 hour time frame, when I go to the 1 hour time frame, what I would want to see is, I would want to see price break either the 1 or the 4 hour. All right, I want to see price breaking outside and closing outside. Give me a nice close outside. All right, and then I might just drop to like the 15-minute time frame, look for the same thing. Like if I could find like a, let's say when the 1 hour close outside like this, right? If I could find a 15-minute let's say a 15-minute order block, right, after the 1 hour has closed, right, I would want to see price retrace to this order block on the 15, and then again, confirmation is key. I want to see price close outside of the 15. All right, once it closes outside, that's when I'll enter my trade. That way I have a better stop loss than, you know, using the daily and risking like over 200 pips. You know what I'm saying? Probably do like 50-60 pips, and then my point of interest would be, let me check the 4 hour time frame. Alright, let me turn this off. So my point of interest after tapping here would probably be this area here at the moment, and unless I'm proven otherwise, but at the moment it would be that. And funny enough, looking, let me get rid of these. Funny enough, looking at the 4 hour time frame, I'm seeing something that I like. All right, I'm gonna show you guys that right now. This is what I like, this OB right here. If you want to know what's a confirm order block to me, I have a video on that. You could feel free to check that out. It's on the YouTube channel. So looking at this now, so this is inside of the daily. So if price should come into this 4 hour, closes outside, either on the 4-hour time frame or the 1-hour time frame. Once it closes outside, then I'm gonna start looking for some nice buying opportunities. I would have to be careful though, because when you look at this, it's not like last week when there wasn't much like reasons for price to, how can I put it, like for example right here you have a lot of like fair value gaps, or some people might say imbalances, right? So these are areas where price could just tap and then continue. Like it just tap, collect some orders, and then continue to the downside. So these are my danger areas. See, we have a lot of them, right? So for me to see price to continue up to the upside, it's a little bit more riskier for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I might not hold this trade versus this one when the sells, like look at this, look to the left here, right? When this all started, let's see, it all started here, right? Look to the left. The only fair value gap that wasn't top was all the way down here. And as you can see, look what price is doing right now. You know what I'm saying? You see what price is doing? It literally closed the 4-hour with rejection, right? But as I said before, the reason why this is tricky now is because it has a lot of gaps left behind, right? Which price could just take from the gap, just like what it's doing here. It could just literally come tomorrow, right? Tomorrow Sunday, come tomorrow, Asian session, tapped into it, London, New York, continue selling. You know what I'm saying? So now I have to be careful. It's not like this week, I said before, there wasn't any danger area until all the way at 1935. So it really made it that much easier for me to just hold my selling positions, as you can see here, right? Way easier. So things like these I would have to look out for, and then I might just do regular day-to-day intraday trading, just take my profits and just leave, like no swinging, no leaving any runners, stuff like that. All right, but I'm glad that I went to the 4-hour and see this. So this is why it's good to do top-down analysis. That way, you know, you have an idea, like you don't have to wait until price literally close outside of the daily, you know. But it would be better, to be honest, it would be better to wait until a daily candle closes outside of the daily point of interest. All right, it just gives a bit more confidence to the trade. All right, I could literally show you another one right here. So this order block right here, as you can see, what did price do on this daily? Rejection. That's all you need. You know, it came back up, but this is all you want to see, right? You just want to see a nice rejection, and then look what happened. Price continued, right? And then look at this one. This is another order block, right? So this is why it's good to wait and see how the daily closes. Look what happened here. The daily closes above, right? And then even on the second candle, this is also something else that's good to look at. Even at the second candle here, it's still closed within. You see what I'm saying? Like nothing is trying to close below. Like even if this had broken through, let's say this red one closed below, you probably would have gotten at least 2 more 3 more days coming down, right? Probably coming back to this one or close enough to this one, you know, because it left a gap. So it probably just took from the gap, but it still did come down. You know what I'm saying? Like it still gave you at least another 60 to 100 pip pulling down into the gap, right? If price had closed like somewhere here below this order block, right? So those are stuff to look at. All right, but yeah, it closes outside very strongly, you know what I'm saying, very full with momentum. So right there alone, you know, you just cancel this, and then, you know, you just start looking for buying opportunities. I said before, the only way I would have closed, let's say I entered a buying opportunity somewhere here, the only way I would have closed this trade is if this daily candle stick had closed back, you know, into this area here. Then I might just continue with sales. But yeah, I'm just trying to show you why, if you find like any time frame you see a order block, it's always good to see the reaction on that time frame. Okay, if you're a bit more advanced, you could easily go to a lower time frame and, you know, look for stuff like market structure shift, or maybe a rejection from like for example, if you're looking at the daily, you could look for like a 12-hour candlestick rejection, and then you could, you know, go off that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, price went very strongly out, and as you can see, even this candlestick closed within, and then guess what, it continued, right? So it's not how, it's not, in my opinion, like, I know a lot of people might do like limit orders and stuff like that. The thing is, you don't know which order block, if you trade order block or supply and demand zone, you just don't know which one is gonna work. So you don't want to just leave a limit order like any and everyone you see, because regardless of if liquidity is resting below or above, depending on the direction you're looking for and stuff like that, it still doesn't have to work. All right, so it's always good to wait for confirmation. It lessens your risk, you know what I'm saying? Like, instead of you trying to do multiple, you know, you could do one good trade with high probability of it going into your direction. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're trading something like gold, try look for like a pip amount that you could see every day. Like, for example, with gold, you could see anywhere from 20 to 60 pips in one given day, right? Even on a slow day, you know what I'm saying? So, and I said before, anywhere between 20 to 60, so it's like whatever makes you comfortable, you know what I'm saying? All right, so that's basically what I'm looking at. So I said before, daily close outside would be nice, but even if I get a close outside of this 4 hour, because I already know the 4 hour is still strong, I might drop to the 1 hour and look for another point of interest, and if I get a rejection from that, then I'm gonna look to continue roughly probably to 1950, somewhere along there within this one. If not, I might just hold until this area. But I said before, I would have to be careful and look for rejections from these areas here. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, we have so many, it's not even funny. All right, so that's what I'm looking at for gold. That's gonna be my idea right there. So I'm just gonna be waiting for confirmation, and then I'll take it from there. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to join the free signals group. Link to that is in the bio. All right, I hope to see you guys there, and leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. All right, peace.